It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we'll see the Broncos' versatile running back.
We're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers, because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Broncos are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Wilson will throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now a handoff as they run left side. Down to about the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the... And right away, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such...
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 12 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make it.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right. Got his man, it's Dulcich. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Hands it off out of the gun. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he will have the Broncos first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Yeah, the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the gun, it's Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and now they're staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They go play action now. Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete as well. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Bangs off the right upright, no good. And that'll keep this a 9-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They can really use some momentum before they head into halftime. From the 35 on 2nd down. Watson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So we come upon. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become. Anderson loses the football and some room to work. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Eluding, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jabari Zuniga. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Watson's throw there taken in by Smith.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Seven yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Denver getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. To throw is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And we're back now here in Cleveland. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And now here's a carry heading left. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for 9th. Here it's 3rd and 3. And the ball is knocked out. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick 6 for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monsters, we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Biggest play is under review.
So that overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson.
He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They go with Chubb on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Now a first down throw, Watson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
From the gun, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Watson on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
Throwing after the interception, Watson. That is caught by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now left side, and oh my goodness, he loses it again. It's picked up by the Broncos. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need...
After review of the
So
play,
that challenge is successful. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Watson.
There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds. 90 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing again is Watson. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A give running right is Chubb. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Hands it off out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. you go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Broncos, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.